We are ready to get started with our kickboxing class this morning. So we're going to make sure that we have a clear space around us. We're going to make sure we're being aware of our surroundings so that if there is anything close by, you have enough range of motion to go through your punches and kicks today. For those of you who are working in a small space, you might have to modify and do a little bit shorter techniques for some things. That's what I'll be demonstrating because I'm teaching from my RV today. So we're going to warm up with our usual warm up, feet hip width apart. Start with just a nice gentle turn side to side. Work through your back a little bit, start to loosen everything up, get a little blood flowing. And if everything's feeling good, you can start picking up your heels, turning a little further, going a little faster. Maybe let your arms swing out a little wider. And do 2 more to each side. Nice and fast and far out. Beautiful. Then bring everything back in, moving into shoulder circles, nice big circles forward. And backwards. And then throw them in and out across your chest. Nice. Now that everything is starting to get moving and getting warmed up, we'll move on to our lower body. Bring those feet out a little wider. Some nice big hip circles in one direction. And go the other way. And then bring everything back in. You can bring your feet in or keep them where they are. Move into some side lunges. Start small, start slow. But if everything's feeling okay with your knees and your hips today, maybe go out a little bit further, lunge a little deeper. Start to feel a little heat in those quads and maybe in your hamstrings and glutes. Two more to each side. And then bring it back to center. From here, we're going to move into our windmills. So arms out, opposite hand to opposite foot, reaching down towards your toes. You can start out with your knees bent as much as you need to, but then as your legs warm up and start to stretch out a little bit, try to straighten them if you can. One more to each side. And then bring everything back up. We're going to finish off with our high knees. We're starting out with medium knees and then gradually working higher and higher. Waking up your hip flexors. Bringing a little heat in through the rest of those lower body muscles. And moving through your flexibility range of motion. The goal is to eventually be able to bring it all the way up, knees to shoulders, if you can. Beautiful. From here, we're ready to get started. So for our first movement today, we're going to really work on our shoulders. Put your left foot in front, and we're just going to move through a little footwork drill. You're going to step first on the angle, step and punch, come back to center. Then forward, step and punch, come back to center. Then to the other side, step and punch, come back to center. We're going to move through that for 2 minutes. It's really going to burn that shoulder. Here we go. Now you can adapt this as you need to. So if you are working on a specific technique and you want to focus on that, you go for it. And if you are having a little trouble with your shoulder and you need to go a little slower, go a little easier, that's okay too. Beautiful, you got this. Halfway done, 1 minute down, 1 minute to go. If you really want to increase your lower body work, stay on the balls of your feet the whole time. You'll feel the work in that back leg especially. "30 seconds to go." Almost there, you got it. And time. Beautiful. Shake that arm out. And then we're going to move on to our next technique, but we're going to keep that left foot in front. So from here, you're going to do a full shield, jab, cross, and you're going to finish it off with an uppercut. So it's full shield. This is to guard, jab, cross, uppercut, coming from your hip right up under the nose. 2 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Shield, jab, cross, uppercut, back to center. Beautiful, you got it. Now, if you're looking at this from a kickboxing standpoint, you're guarding here. But if you're looking at it from a fitness standpoint, you want to really crunch in, get some core work on that shield. So it's up to you how you apply it. Remember, all movement is good movement. So as long as you keep moving, you're doing great. Over halfway there already. Keep it up, you got this. "20 seconds to go. Try to put on a little burst of speed. Almost there. And time. Whew. Take a second, march it out, take some deep breaths. And then we're going to stay on that left leg. This time, we're going to do a jab, fade back. For the fade back, you're just leaning back from the hips. Like if something's coming towards your face, you're just bobbing out of the way. So you've got jab, fade back, jab, cross, roundhouse kick. Jab, fade back, jab, cross, roundhouse kick. Beautiful, you got it. 2 minutes. Here we go. Jab, fade, jab, cross, roundhouse. And it's a front leg roundhouse. But if that rear leg feels better to you, it's okay. Go ahead and switch sides and use the rear leg. Looking good, guys. You got this. Beautiful. Work on that balance. Turn that foot first to help you prepare. Make sure you're getting good balance and also protecting your knees. Beautiful, you got it. And if you throw in an extra punch here and there, no worries. Just keep going. Beautiful, you got it. Adjust that height of the roundhouse kick to whatever works for you. Low is okay, medium, or high, as your range of motion dictates. Almost there, time for that burst of speed. Bob that head back fast. And time. Nice. March it out. Take a deep breath. And then we're going to do 1 minute of windmills just on the left side. So you're going to take your left hand, reach down to your right foot, and come all the way back up. Just working on that core a little bit. 1 minute. Here we go. Now, if you have a wide open space, you can certainly bring that hand swinging nice and big. But if you're working in a small space, reach up, bring the hand down, and then reach down. It'll keep you from bumping into anything or whacking your fingers. Halfway there already. And what we're doing today is interval training. So use this as a little bit slower interval. Let your heart rate come back down. So then we can pump it back up in our next set. You got this. And time. Whew. All right, 1 set down. Take a couple deep breaths, go grab some water, and then we have 2 sets to go. All right. Bring it back in. From here, we're going to move to the right side. We're going to start with that right foot in front, and we're going to do that same footwork drill that we did on the left side. So we're going to step right and punch, step forward and punch, step left and punch, coming back to center each time. Just like that. Beautiful. You got it. All right, 2 minutes on the clock. Here we go. You got this. Keep it going. Burn out that shoulder. Bring that hand all the way out and back with each punch. Keep that good guard stance. The traditional kickboxing guard stance is with your hands up by your chin. There are other arts that teach other ways, and those ways are good too. But this is the one I use because this is the one I know best. Over halfway there. All right, let's get some speed on those punches. Hands out and back, fast as you can go. Keep breathing. You got it. 30 more seconds. Try to pull that punch back as fast as it goes out. 15 more seconds, almost there. Almost done, and time. Nice. Swing out that arm. And then keep that right leg in front. We're gonna move on to that shield. So we're gonna do shield, jab, cross, uppercut. That's full shield, jab, cross, uppercut. 2 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Nice, you got it. Start slow and easy. Make sure you've got the movements down. And then when you're ready, pick up the pace. You got it. Remember, the more you crunch that knee in, the better ab work you're getting. Beautiful. Come up and then stop short with that uppercut. It'll help engage those back muscles a little more. Yeah, there you go. "45 seconds to go. You're almost there. All right, time for that burst of speed. Make those hands move as fast as you can. Keep going, you got it. Almost there. Back to normal pace. And time. Beautiful, march it out, take a breath. And then up next, we have that fade. So keeping the right foot in front, jab, fade, jab, cross, front leg, roundhouse kick. Jab, fade, jab, cross, roundhouse kick. Like I said, if the rear leg feels better for you, turn and use that. Or leave off the kick entirely, up to you. But it's a great hip flexor exercise. 2 minutes on the clock, here we go. Jab, fade, jab, cross, roundhouse. Go slow. Make sure you have it down. And then once you feel comfortable, pick up that pace. This is a great drill with a partner because they can feed you a jab. One minute down, 1 minute to go. Looking good, you got it. 30 seconds to go. All right, focus on speed, especially for that head movement. Move back fast. Ten seconds to go, almost there. And time. Whew, march it out. All right, from here, we're gonna do the other side of that windmill. So bring those feet out, shoulder width apart. This time we're doing the right arm. All the way up, all the way down. 1 minute, here we go. Now again, if you have the room, swing that arm nice and wide. You'll get a little more oblique work. If you don't, do the straight up and straight down. You'll still get some core work in and some nice stretching through the posterior chain. More than halfway there already. Almost there. And time. Beautiful. All right, that's 2 sets down. Go grab some water, and then we have 1 set to go. All right, bring it back in. From here, we're gonna go into a horse stance. Now you can do a nice deep one if you really wanna work those lower body muscles. But if your knees or your hips are not liking this, it's okay to do a more shallow one, or even just stand all the way up. What you want is a good centered stance. So you're gonna be able to really move side to side. From here, we're gonna do all of our basic strikes. So we're gonna do 2 straights, 2 hooks, 2 uppers, and 2 elbows. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Take your horse stance, 2 minutes. Here we go. Beautiful. Go through the set a couple times, make sure you got it down, and then you can pick up the pace. And if you mix up the order, that's okay. Just keep moving. Keep breathing, you got it. Beautiful, nice and steady. You're doing great, you got this. You want to make sure that you're crossing center line with the hook, but then stopping it right about shoulder distance over. And then on those elbows, swing it through and across. It's going to really help you work those back muscles. 30 seconds to go. You got it. Beautiful. And time. Nice. Take a second, shake it out, especially your legs if you were holding that nice deep horse stance. And then from here, we're going to put that left foot back in front. We're going to do a front kick, followed by a double jab, and then a back leg front kick. So you're doing front snap, double jab, your back leg is going to do a push kick. 2 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Front snap, double jab, back leg, push kick. The difference between a snap comes up, and a push, you bring your knee in, and then like you're stomping somebody in the belly. Snap, double jab, push. Beautiful. You got it. This one requires a lot of weight shifting. It's really good for functional fitness. But you got to be aware of your surroundings. Make sure you're not going to kick anything, because that would hurt your toes. Adjust the height on that front push kick to whatever you need it to be. Lower still works just fine if you can't reach all the way up to stomach height. And if you have really good flexibility, you can aim even higher to stomp in the middle of the chest. Keep breathing. 30 more seconds to go. If you can, put on a little speed, especially with those hands. Almost there, you got it. And time. Whew. I can feel the work in my hip flexors on that one. All right, take a second, march it out. And then we got to do the other side. So this time you're gonna put your right leg in front. Same combo. Snap, double jab, push kick. 2 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Snap, double jab, push. Go through it a few times. Make sure you've got it down. And then you can start adding a little speed. To what you are comfortable with. You should be breathing hard, but you shouldn't feel lightheaded or anything like that. Almost there, guys. You got this. This is your last combo. Over halfway there. Looking good. Remember to pull that knee up and then stomp forward. "15 seconds to go. You got it. Keep that other hand up nice and tight. And time. Nice. March it out. Take a deep breath. And then we're going to finish it off with some bicycle crunches. So your hands are going to come up, come across, elbow to knee, 1 minute on the clock. Here we go. Slow and steady. You can do this one fast if you still have a lot of energy, but you can also use this one as a moment to help slow your breath down, come back to normal. Let your heart rate start to slow before our final stretch. Looking good, guys. Halfway there. This one's a great core exercise, and it adds to the burn on those hip flexors we just worked. Ten seconds to go. Finish it strong. You got it. All right, slow it down. Do 2 more. And time. Nice. Take a deep breath, grab some water, and then we're going to do our final stretch. All right. Bring it in, guys. From here, just bring your feet about hip width apart. Start with a nice, slow and gentle. Take a deep breath, bring your arms up, and then just bring them through the center and back down. Do that again. Through the center and back down. And one more. Beautiful. Start to soothe out those shoulders. We did a lot of work in them today. From here, we're going to breathe our arms up and then fold forward. And just hang here for a moment. Let gravity stretch everything out for you. From here, come up about halfway to a nice flat back, and then swing your arms in slow circles in one direction. And then go in the other direction. Again, just letting gravity do the work, soothing those shoulder joints while you stretch a little bit through the back of your legs. From here, bend your knees nice and deep, roll all the way up, roll those shoulders down and back. And then we're going to take one arm, bring it across the body. If it feels good here, maybe add just a little small head movement, nodding up and down, turning side to side, whatever feels good for you in this particular moment. And then release. From here, go to the other side. And then again, if it feels good, just a little gentle head motion, up and down, side to side, whatever feels good to add a nice gentle stretch for your neck. And release. From here, we're actually going to go all the way down to the floor. So you're going to lean down first. Try to reach the floor if you can. Bend your knees nice and generous until your hands are planted. And then you're going to sink as low as you can. If you can come all the way down into a sumo squat, great. If not, stop where is a good squat for you. From there, use your elbows to push your knees out just a little bit. And then if you can, rock a little side to side. Really work into those hip flexors and stretch them out a little too. One more moment here. And then we're going to plant those hands on the floor, push our way back up, rolling all the way up. Shoulders around, down and back. And you are all done. Great job today. I will see you next week.